What's up? Good morning, Facebook. Good morning, world. Good morning, everybody. Happy Wednesday. Happy hump day. Hopefully, thus far, your week has been productive. Hopefully, you guys are making the best of 2000. What's up? What's up? What's up? Hopefully, you guys are making the best of 2020 thus far. Quick little PTA. So, in the past couple days of 2020, I've already witnessed 3 deaths. A young man, probably late 20s, early 30s, young man, and a mother, and I witnessed a car accident last night where the car completely caught on fire. The car was engulfed on fire, and it was driving north on 95, and it hit one of those big concrete blocks. It was a small white car, and it just blew up and engulfed and flamed. And I'm not sure if the firefighter and the medics were able to carve the person out of the car while the fire was engulfed in flame. And I'm not really sure what sex they were or what age bracket they may have filled in. But upon, experiencing these 3 losses over the course of just a few days, I'm realizing, which I've already known. Good morning, happy belated birthday. I text you happy birthday, ma'am. No response yet. I'm realizing, which I've already known, but sometimes it takes some tragic issues in our lives to remind us of the things that are more valuable, to remind us of the things that matter. Good morning, good morning, Steph, good morning, Kayla, good morning, Asneet, good morning, everybody. Thank you for joining in. Happy Wednesday, guys. Happy Wednesday. Good morning, Joshua. Good morning, guys. Let's talk, guys. Let's talk. Good morning, Kelvin. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. I'm trying to wave at you guys. Danny, good morning. Lori, good morning from Atlanta. So as I was stating earlier, I've witnessed 3 deaths this week alone. And, like I said, a young man, probably late 20s, early 30s, young man full of life, full of fashion, with supposedly in his mind his whole life to live. And just out the blue, he dies. And then we have a young lady, a mother of a couple of children, successful children, and she passed. And then the car incident that I witnessed last night, where the car was engulfed in flames, and I'm not sure if the paramedics were able to get to the person in the car, or persons plural, prior to the car being just completely engulfed in flames. I mean, it was engulfed, a white car. It was just, it was black by the time the scene was done, as I was traveling north. And then, what was brought back to my recollection is the value of time. Time, I believe, is something that we at times take for granted. I believe we do a real good job of taking time for granted, especially when we're younger. Good morning, Gerline. Joshua, what's up, fam? Marlene, good morning. Especially when we're younger, I believe we think time is not going to expire soon. Time is something that we really start being concerned about when we're maybe in our 60s or 70s, or when we're lying in the sick bed. Then time becomes a factor. Then time becomes something that we start giving more of a value to, more of a precedence, more of importance in our lives. But as we're in our 20s or 30s or 40s or even 50s, time is something that we're thinking what in any time soon, especially if we're in immaculate health, not understanding that the laws of nature, the laws of life does not bend to our thoughts or understanding, but the laws of life and nature bend to their own will. They've been doing it since the beginning of time, and they will not change. And nobody knows when our expiration date will be. This possibly could be my last life. This could possibly be the last time you guys ever see this face, ever see me, ever see a video that I ever create again. This might be the last message that I ever leave on the face of this earth. This might be my legacy message. And if it is my legacy message, I'm going to make sure it has some substance and it's of some value. And it's something that I can engrave in your hearts and mind to provoke change. My messages are always about provoking change, community awareness, communication, and dialogue for the embetterment of our community, the growth, education, and everything in that format. With that being said, while we're out here as professionals, myself included, trying to provide a better livelihood for ourselves, for our families, for our children, to leave a legacy for our kids in particular. Good morning, Miley. And for our kids and everybody else. We have to be careful in the pursuit of the next check, in the pursuit of the next business meeting, and in the pursuit of the next job, in the pursuit of the next business venture, in the pursuit of whatever we're doing, of marketing, exposure, networking, in the pursuit of all these things, to create more capital, to provide a more comfortable lifestyle, to be able to pay the bills that are drowning majority of us in today's society, where one job is just no longer sufficient. In the pursuit of chasing these checks, we have to get to the point where we are not sacrificing time. Sacrificing time with who in particular? Time with those that has value in our hearts. Time with those that if we would be lying on a hospital bed today, those would be the people that we would want to create more memories with. Time with our children. Time with our husbands and wives. Time with our parents if they're still alive. Time with our nieces and nephews. Time with the best friends that we say that we love. We have to make sure while we are out here hustling and bustling and chasing that check, we are not sacrificing time and memory with those that we could be loving. I saw a story earlier. You know, I'm a storyteller, so I love to tell good stories. And I was watching this video on Facebook, and it was about these two guys, and they both had mothers. And one mother was extremely successful mother, and she could buy her son everything: Gucci, Louis, Prada, whatever big brand that you guys are a fan of. She could buy him everything, gives him the nice house, take him on expensive trips, everything that we wish our mothers or we could do for our kids. On the other hand, there was this young man. Good morning, Shayla. On the other hand, there was a young man. His mother was poor. They both drove in the same car. Good morning, Danny. They both drove the same car, and they both work at a pizza place, delivering pizzas out of the same car, both mother and son. One kid was coming out, and he just came from thrift store shopping, buying off the clearance rack. And the privileged young man came from shopping at Louis and Gucci and those things. And I'm not saying if God bless you with the financial fortitude to be able to do it, don't do it. It's not what I'm saying. But the value in your money is not the value that should be important to you. It's the value in the people that should be important to you. Money comes, money goes. There was a time in my life I had lots of it. There was a time in my life I had none of it. Money comes, money goes. So the young man that was privileged was making fun of the young man because he was buying off of the clearance rack. He was buying things that cost $1, $2, while the kid was spending $1,500 to $2,000 on Louis and Gucci on a belt, on nonsense. And the young man that didn't have nothing to his name, his mother rolled up in a raggedy, beat-up car to pick him up and take him home. And she said, maybe, son, we can spend time this weekend. We could just sit home and watch movies, eat pizza, and bake cookies, and would that be cool with you? And the young man said, Mom, I would love nothing more in the world. And the privileged young man, he's here like, this is what your mom drives, this beat-up, raggedy car? I feel sorry for you. You gonna get in that car? Your mom can't afford something better? And then he's like, my mom's gonna pick me up real soon, and then we're gonna go on a vacation for 2 weeks. She's gonna roll up here in a Maserati, and we're going to fly and this and that, and we're going to do all of these things. That privileged young man, mother calls him. She says, sorry, son. Good morning, Chef Val. She says, sorry, son. I will no longer be able to pick you up. As a matter of fact, I am so busy with work. I'm not going to be able to see you for the next 2 weeks. And the privileged young man begs and cries, "Come on, mom, I've been waiting to spend time with you forever. I've been waiting to go out with you and all of this. I've been waiting, I've been waiting, I've been waiting. I've been waiting, mom, I've been waiting. I would love to spend some time with you, mom. I've been waiting. You always working. I would love to spend time." And the mom's response to the privileged young man was, "But I give you everything you want. I give you everything you need. You're buying at Louis and Gucci. You have all of the clothes, all of the shoes. You have all of the money." Good morning, chef. "You have all of the money. I've pumped so much money into you. I give you everything you want and need. What more do you want from me?" And then the unprivileged kid looked at him and said, "You know what? My mom may not have a lot of money. My mom may not be able to buy me Louis and Gucci, but my mom spends time with me and she loves me. And she makes sure that I'm her number one priority over a check." Tying everything together for you guys. So again, this week, I've witnessed 3 deaths. Good morning, love. I've witnessed 3 deaths. A young man, probably late 20s, early 30s. A mother, and a major car accident on I-95 last night. I can't help but to think how much more memories these people could have created or would have wanted to create. And when I look at my own personal life, I'm a man that's always on the go. I'll go to my office from 10 to 5. I'll leave my office, I'm at a networking event. I'll leave at a networking event, I'm at a class. I'll leave a class, I go to the gym. I come from the gym at like 11, 12 o'clock at night, and I'm at bed, and I'm doing it all over again. Am I sacrificing something? Am I sacrificing time with my kids while chasing a check to provide for my kids? When I have conversation with my 2 handsome young men, do you know what my kids always remind me of? My kids never have yet, and my kids are 13 and 10, they have yet to remind me of the things that I've bought them. They have yet to remind me of the money that I've put in their wallet, which I've done a lot of. My kids have yet to remind me of the Jordans that I bought, the video games that I bought, the iPhones that I bought, the trips that... My kids have yet to remind me of anything that I did for them that required money. More so, what my kids have reminded me of is this. My kids have reminded me of, remember, Dad, when we went fishing? Dad, remember that one time when we were at the beach and I got sick and I vomit? Dad, remember that one time we were at the pool? Good morning, Arthur. Good morning. Remember when we were at the pool and we jumped in the pool and the pool was so cold, Dad? Dad, remember that time you taught me how to swim? Dad, remember that time we went to Six Flags and we were on that roller coaster and you were closing your eyes because that thing was going so fast? Good morning, Whitney. Dad, do you remember the time we played video games together? Dad, do you remember the time we were playing spades? Dad, do you remember the time when we took off our shirts and we were in the middle of the kitchen and we were all doing push-ups? Dad, remember the time when we woke up every morning at 6 o'clock in the morning to go play basketball right before you go to work? You would sacrifice your sleep. You woke up every morning at 6 o'clock in the morning to go train me for basketball before you go to work, even though I know you were tired. Dad, do you remember the times we spent together? I don't know if you're a parent. I don't know if you have a husband or a wife. I don't know if you're a child. But if there's somebody that's close to you that you love, spend time with them. Remind them of their value. Create memories. My kids have yet to remind me of any money that I've spent. And I've spent countless amount of money on my kids. But what my kids always remind me of is the time that their father spent with them. That seems to be what's embedded in their brain. That seems to be more important to them than anything I can buy my kids. While I'm out here trying to provide my kids a life that I've never lived, memories definitely matter. While I'm out here trying to provide my kids a life that I've never lived, clothes that I've never worn, shoes that I would never walk in, schools that I would never have an opportunity to have education in, private schools. While I'm trying to provide these things for my kids are more concerned about the memories we were built and we have built with each other. this is what my kids care about. My kids remember when they used to be little kids and they used to sit on my back and I would do push-ups with both of them on my back. My kids remember when they would hold on to my arm and I would lift them up in my arm and they would think dad is Superman because dad can lift a whole child up with his arm. So dad must be Superman. My kids remember the times we played video games and basketball together, when we play Uno together and spades together, when we do push-ups together, when we go running together, when we go to the beach together. My kids only remember the memories that I am creating with them and not the money that I'm working so hard to spend on them. We have it all backwards. A lot of us are very unprivileged. I was a poor child. I always wore hand-me-down and leftovers, not even from older siblings, just from people. I've always worn what we call pepe in Creole. Pepe, how would I say pepe in English? So one of y'all Haitians on here, help me. Pepe, I guess it's hand-me-down, but like flea market style clothes, you know, worn down clothes. I guess that's the translation. I'm not sure if it's an accurate translation. I would wear hand-me-downs. I guess that's pepe. I would wear filas, not filas, Payless shoes. Or if we couldn't get it from the flea market, then I couldn't wear it. I never had the newest games. I never had my own bed. I never had any of this. Thrift stores, correct. But you know what I remember when I was a kid? Thrifting. Thank you guys. What I remember when I was, hey, don't laugh at me. But what I remember when I was a kid, was my dad used to wake up with me and he would run around with me. He would make me do push-ups. He would make me do sit-ups. He would teach me how to cook. He would teach me how to iron. I remember those memories. Nothing is more valuable than creating memories, guys. Time. Time we cannot get back. You can't get it back. No amount of money in the world can recreate time. No amount of money in the world can recreate health. No amount of money in the world can bring one more smile to your face, your kid's face, the way you can. No amount of work you do, no amount of money you amount, no matter how big your house is, no matter how big your car is, none of that is more valuable than the time you can spend with those that you love. I lost my mother in 2015 from cancer. At that time in my life, I was not able to see my mother because I was behind bars for crimes I didn't commit. I was 3 months away from being released. 3 months after doing 3 years. I got a letter in the mail that your mother just died. 3 months before I was released, my mother died. That is a very hard letter to read while you're incarcerated. That is a very hard letter to read. That your mother died. One day, I hear my mother has cancer. Within 1 year, my mother's being put to the ground. One day, I hear my mother has cancer. Within 1 year, my mother's being put to the ground at only age 58. At 58 years old, my mother was being put to the ground. For a lot of you that knows my story, I left my mother when I was just 6 years old. And I was only able to see my mother once from the time I was 6 till now. I'm 35. And I saw her when I was 19 years old for 1 week. I only have one memory of my mother. One. It's a picture that I have that I took while I was in Haiti, that one time that I saw my mother. One picture that I have of my mother. And that's the only memory I have of my mother. I don't remember her voice. I don't remember her hugs. I don't remember the taste of her food. I don't remember her putting me in that night. I don't remember her ever going out with me. I don't even remember the I love yous. I have no memories with my mother. In 3 months before I get out of incarceration, I get a letter saying your mother has died. I had full intention upon release to go to Haiti, to spend time with my mother, to love my mother, to apologize to my mother, to tell my mother I love her. These were my plans. These were my aspirations. To take my kids, my boys, to go see their grandmother. My mom only had one son and a whole bunch of girls. And I give her 2 grandsons that she never met. I give her 2 grandsons that she never had the opportunity to even meet, hold, hug, kissed, loved on. My kids will never understand what it means to have a grandmother to love on them, to kiss on them, to love on them. Not one memory had my kids ever had to be able to build with their grandmother. The same way I was never able to build memories with my mother. No amount of the money in the world, none, is more valuable than one. If I could just get one more day. If I can just get one more day with mom. If I can just get one more day with my mother. If you still have a mother or a father or somebody or your kids or somebody in your life, a husband or wife that you value, that you love, do not make chasing checks your priority. Not saying the need for checks are not important. Not saying that providing for your household, especially as a male, as a man, is not important. But it should not be the priority in your life. For I have seen in my many years on this earth, poor people at times are a lot more happy than those people that have everything under the sun. Why? Because they learn the value of love. They learn the value of time. They learn the value of spending time and creating memories with each other. And at times, those mean so much more than any gifts and any money and anything in the world. If I have to leave this video on a note, I guess it would be this. Money can't buy more memories. I don't know one person that's lying on their deathbed in a hospital, knowing they're going to die, that has said, I wish I could work right now. I wish I could chase another check right now. I wish my bank account could be bigger right now. I don't know one, but rather what I have heard is this. I wish I could spend more time with my kids. I wish I could create more memories with my loved ones. I wish I was there more. I hear regret for what they know they should have took priority and they didn't. So as we go out into this busy world that consumes so much of our time, and it does a fabulous job. This world does a fabulous job of completely consuming us, our time, our peace, our energy. This world does a phenomenal job of taking us away from the things that matter. We're distracted by everything under the sun. If it's not this today, it's that tomorrow. If it's not this bill today, it's that tomorrow. If it's not this sickness today, it's that tomorrow. If it's not this event today, it's that party tomorrow. We are so consumed by things that pulls us here and pulls us there. We got to go to this event, this party. We got to go to this job. We got to go here. We got to go there. We don't have time to sit down and make memories with those that matter. A lot of us parents, we go from work to work, we get home, we cook dinner, We feed the kids dinner. We put them to sleep. We don't create no memories with the kids. Half the time, a lot of us are parents, and we don't even take the kids out on the weekends. We don't play cards with the kids. We don't sacrifice. If I could just create one more memory with my mother, just one day, I would give everything up in the world. House, car, money, suits, clothes. They can have it all. They can have it all. If I could just create one more memory with my mother. Just one. One day. Just one day. Right? Just one. So my friends, money has its importance. It has its place in life, but it shouldn't be the first place in your life. Money has its importance. It has its place in life, but it should not be the number one thing in your life. The number one thing in your life should be love, should be family, should be time, should be memories. These should be the things that take prominence, precedence, priority, top of your list in your life. 3 deaths I saw this week. 3. And the year just started. And the death count is only going to continue to rise. And the memory count is only going to continue to diminish. I don't know who this is for. I don't know who this message is for. But if you still have breath in your lungs, if you still have the ability to spend time with your child, your mother, your father, if you have anger against somebody, a family member that you love, but something happened and you've been holding in that resentment and that anger, let it go. Forgive. Rebuild. Recreate. Start new. Because if they lay that person down with all of that resentment in your heart, that regret, that burden, that price will be too heavy for you to pay. Because you will never get another opportunity to make up and say, I'm sorry. You will never get that opportunity. And I know you're talking to a man that left his mother when he was 6 years old. And he can't even remember one memory with his mother. Not one. And I wish I could create a lifetime more. But I will never get the chance. And no amount of money in the world that I make will ever bring my mother back and will never be able to help me create more memories. It's Wednesday. It's hump day. It's halfway through the week. It's the 8th day of 2020. I'm going to say 2020 in January. What will you do with your year? Will you spend this year just chasing dreams and goals and money and neglect the things that matter? I'm not saying chasing money and dreams and goals are not important. But while you're chasing it, be careful you're not neglecting the things that matter. We all make plans for tomorrow, but nobody told us tomorrow would be promised to us. We all make promises to a loved one about tomorrow I will, tomorrow I will. Nobody told you tomorrow was even promised to you. How can you promise a tomorrow to somebody else when nobody even promised you a tomorrow? Make the best of today. Make memories today. Spend that time today. Tomorrow may never see you. Tomorrow may never see me. This might be the last message that I ever left for the face of this earth. And if it is my last message that I have to leave, I hope somebody got it. I hope somebody understood the value of this message. I hope somebody grasped the severity of memory and time and love over money. I hope you got it. My name is Dejean Talks. You guys know who I am. I am your Keynote motivational speaker. I'm a life coach. I'm a phenomenal host. I'm an amazing business consultant. I have an amazing heart. I love feeding the homeless people. I love people. I don't like people's actions, but I love people. And this is why I do these things. I do these lives for you guys. I don't care to be on here. Ever. Don't care if nobody knows my name or know my face. None of that is important to me. I'm not building a brand for me. I'm building a better future for you with the things that God had placed inside of me to share with you. I'm just bold enough and willing to share those things with you. At any cost, I do it. I love you guys. Have a phenomenal day. Like I always say, you don't have to like any of my videos. I don't care if you don't like it. But what I do charge you with, I charge you with sharing the videos. Why do I charge you with sharing the videos? They may not have any importance in your life, but somebody that may see this video or any of my videos, it can probably change their lives. It can probably save their life. And you are just one click away with sharing from saving somebody's life and helping somebody go through something that you may not even know they're going through. And they're on your page, but it only takes one click, and that's that share button to help somebody. You don't have to like none of my videos. I don't care if my videos don't go viral, they don't get likes. None of that means anything to me. I'm not on here for likes. Don't care if nobody likes me. I'm not on here for that. I'm here to save lives. I'm here to help people. I'm here to help people grow. I'm here to help people have a better form of lifestyle. Get closer to God. Get closer to their family. Get closer to their goals. Get closer to their businesses. Get closer to peace. That's what I'm here for. All of that secondary nonsense, irrelevant to me. Completely irrelevant. My name is Dejean Talks. I love you guys. You guys have a fabulous and marvelous Wednesday. Let's go create more memories. Let's go take advantage of the time we have left, because we are living on borrowed time. It's not yours. Don't make promises for tomorrow when you can't even promise yourself tomorrow. Let's make the best of today and every day that we are blessed with. Memory, time over money. Live a life of love, and you've lived a fulfilled, blessed, successful life. Love you guys. Be blessed. Have a great day.